guys. I'm driving right now. This is my most inspirational time. I've said this before. I think a lot when I'm driving, so I get a lot of downloads. But anyway, piggybacking off of the tweets that I made earlier today, or not earlier today, yesterday actually, regarding, how I make it through life despite all of the challenge and difficulty that I faced along my career path, my life path, my family path, etc., etc., etc. On the outside looking in, a lot of people see me and I go through things and it appears to them like it doesn't faze me, and so I had someone ask me the other day, because my father just passed about 2.5 weeks ago now, 3 weeks ago, and I started a new project, and I've done that seamlessly, and I have children who I've continued to be a support for, running a business, etc., etc., etc. And someone just asked me, like, wow, T, like, how do you do it? Like, you seem so strong. And what I tweeted was that, part of that is an illusion, I guess, because it's not that I'm stronger than, anybody else. It's just that I have this energy that lives in me. It's embedded into my DNA, and in part I thank my mom and my dad for this energy, that I don't know how to quit. You know what I mean? I just know how to get up and live another day, and that's not to say that things don't get really, really difficult for me. I saw a post that my friend put up the other day that I really resonated with, and it was like, it said, check on your strong friend, and that's so true. So many of us, and I don't think that I'm different than anyone else, so many of us carry burdens, like carry the weight of the world on our shoulders, and but we do it behind closed doors. You don't see the tears, you don't see the heartbreak, the pain, you don't see the struggle, and it looks really good on the outside because we get up, we put our masks on, our fits, our makeup, our beautiful hair, our beautiful jobs, and our the beautiful things that we do in the world, and it looks so easy. But the one thing that I can say, that as I've gone through life, the one thing that has sustained me personally, number one, first and foremost, is my ability to always just be honest with where I am. I may not always necessarily reach out or talk out about what I'm going through, but best believe I'm talking that shit out within myself. I've always been able to just be totally honest with myself. When I'm feeling it, I'm feeling it, and when I'm not, I'm not, and I'm okay with admitting that either way, even if only within myself. And because of that, I've cultivated the capacity to take care of myself on deeper and deeper levels, first and foremost, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And I've done that by being able to admit when I need help, admit when I don't know things, admit when I need to check myself, admit when I need to let go of things outside of myself, no matter how much I want to hold on to them. And I've also just cultivated this mental aptitude. Some people call it mental toughness, but I don't see myself as tough. I'm very vulnerable. I'm very sensitive. I feel everything. I'm an empath, so I wouldn't necessarily say I'm tough. Like, I'm not gonna fold, and I'm not a punk, but I've just developed this mental aptitude that allows me to put things into perspective in such a way that I'm able to shift my perspective so that I can overcome obstacles before me. I hope that makes sense. I don't want to make it sound like it's, something special or even unique. It's just that I just don't quit. I just don't quit. And as I've gotten older, that process has evolved and improved because I've learned more, I've experienced more, and so I it's evolved into this master's perspective where I really am able to separate myself out. I don't live as a victim. I truly believe that things are happening for me, not to me, and so I'm able to stand in my power as well. And that has allowed me to shift out of negative mind states, negative emotions even quicker. But some shit is, tougher than others. I have my areas that, require a little more grit, a little more energy, a little more shifting in order for me to move through it. And that's with anybody. That's part of being a human being. We all have our quote unquote soft spots. But ultimately the thing that helps me the most is number one, I love myself in such a way that I have this deep desire to stay grounded, to stay connected, and to stay in a place of love within myself, that I'm able to move through things and shift through things and grow through things without allowing myself to become stuck. So I may stop for a moment, I may rest, but at the end of the day, I keep it moving. And for that, I'm eternally grateful. I recognize that, not everybody has the energy to do that. So, I always thank God that for whatever the reason, that spirit lives in me. So anyway, I hope that answers the question, and I hope that helps somebody in some way. And then cultivating joy, you know what I mean? That was the area for me, before I go, that was the area for me that when I was younger, I used to have a problem with, because I'd be like, man, if things are so bad, how could I be so good? How could I feel so good? And I've really learned to source pure, positive, feel good energy, not from a fake place, not from an inauthentic place, but from a being fulfilled, knowing that I am a spark of the divine place, knowing that I am God's child at the end of the day place, no matter what's going on, so that I can still feel good and feel love within myself, and then pour it outside of myself, even when circumstances would say otherwise. All right, so I'm gonna leave it there. I hope that resonated with someone. It's all love. Happy Tuesday. Be easy.